I'm Bob Thompson. I'm Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Calgary Stampede. Well, I've been coming, I guess, a long time. My involvement was 20 years ago. I started with the rodeo and chuck wagon group and committee. So I spent my days at the rodeo all day and at the chuck wagons at night. I ran around the infield dodging wild broncs and bulls. And then in the evening, I would jump on a horse and assist on organizing the chuck wagons every night. So that was about 10 years. And then I was elected onto the Board of Directors 10 years ago. And have worked my way to the role of vice chairman. Well, I think the best part about Stampede is its color overall. I mean, it's so diverse, the activities are so diverse, what we do is so diverse. The preservation of the culture of what has created such an image for Calgary is something that is attractive to a lot of people that are involved. They love it. It's something different than what they do on their normal daily grind of life. Yeah. So I'm suit and tie, Hugo Boss during the day and cowboy at night. The thing about Western style that I like so much is that I find that it has a very wide reach in terms of who it appeals to. You can go right now to Saint-Tropez, you can go to the Middle East, you can go to New York, and you can go to Los Angeles, and you'll go into stores and you'll see Western wear, whether it's a retro Western look, jeans, cowboy boots you'll see in downtown Los Angeles on Sunset Strip. So the style is kind of what you want it to be. And I think what's neat about Stampede is that when people get on their Western gear, it allows them to transcend a little bit out of their normal grind they've got in life. And maybe it's the ruggedness of the cowboy, or it's the ability to step out a little bit from your life. So I think the style is what you want it to be. Yeah. I think a hat is essential, kind of part of Western wear. The shirt can vary from soup to nuts, really. I mean, on hot weather, people are wearing, a white T-shirt right through. But I think at the end of the day, to have jeans, boots, a belt is kind of essential. You tend in the Western world to not have shirts out, which is in today's fashion. There's a lot of, you don't tuck shirts in, but in the Western wear you seem to tuck it in because it's highlighting a belt typically. And hats are of varying styles. They come and go. The hat I've got on today is kind of more recently, you're seeing more of that out on the ranges with cowboys. It's kind of a flatter top. Mm-hmm. There's hat makers right here in town, and you can buy hats for as low as $20 to up to $500 for custom-made hats. So, well, that's a wide question. I think the minimum. I say there's no minimum. If you get a hat on and it feels good, I've seen some good-looking hats that are $25. I've seen some good-looking hats that are $40, and I have hats in my wardrobe that are $400 that tend to be felt hats like this, not straw hats. And there's a little bit of a fashion rule. Typically, you wear straw hats in the summer and felt hats in the winter. Yeah, the scarves are interesting. One is that the scarves, this scarf, for example, these silk scarves, when you're out on the range with the real cowboys, you'll see a lot of silk scarves because they physically keep your neck warm. Mm-hmm. If you're out on a morning and it is sleeting and cold, you are so happy to be able to have a silk scarf to get around you. So it's actually a very functional piece of equipment. And then if it's getting kind of hot, you can pull it down and not utilize it. So you'll find on the real ranches, scarves are worn all the time. And if you look in the old history of the Stampede, scarves were quite featured a bit. So I kind of like them because I have an association with what their real purpose is. So I don't wear them every day, but I wear them now and then and buy them along the road. Oh, the worst fashion trend? Well, there's a couple faux pas, I would say. If you're actually going down to the rodeo, and you're going to get kind of close to the rodeo, or you're not necessarily at Stampede, but going to another rodeo, long sleeve shirts have always been a hallmark of rodeo. So, for example, you will never go behind the chutes of the Calgary Stampede and look at every single cowboy that's there. You will not see a short sleeve shirt. Well, the flip-flops don't quite agree with me during Stampede week 100%. It took me a little while to get around the scrunchy hats, but I got around the scrunchies, as they call them. So anything goes, you know. You don't have one single cell of cowboy in your body, but if you struggle to get that hat, you get those boots and jeans, you can walk out your door and you come down to Stampede, or you go to the bar, or you meet a bunch of buddies, and for that moment that you're in that thing, you're going, you know what, today I am a cowboy. So there is no line, you just do it and go forth and feel like you're a cowboy. So that's kind of the joy of it, I think.